Hey y'all, welcome back to Good Game Reviews. Oh man, and quite an unexpected game. I did not expect it to look like this. But Patriots squeeze out with the W, as as usual. But once again, found a different way to do it. Instead of the offense getting the W, it was pretty much the defense. Let's just put it to that. With the special teams, with nothing fancy like that. Wasn't offense at all, except for like one play where James White got into the end zone, and that was only on because of, I want to say it was either like a fumble. I'm trying to remember. I'm sorry. Yeah, just win in unexpected ways. No, now that I remember it, it was the grab by Chris Hogan. Chris Hogan had made a amazing catch and got the Patriots in really good field position, and pretty much at the goal line, so they couldn't mess up. They had to get it in there. But I mean, what you gonna do? First thing I'm going to talk about is the offense. So, not much to talk about. A couple of missed throws, couple of drops, some good, like one good scoring play I think was a potential scoring play by Gordon. He caught it wide open, had plenty of green in front of him. Probably would have been a long distance touchdown. But yeah. So I mean, as far as the offense goes, not a lot of yards put up on passing or rushing. Pretty much like one of the weirdest nights I've seen as far as the Patriots offense goes. But you look at the score, which was the final score was 25-6, and you wonder, wait, if the offense was as bad as you say it is, then how did they win by 19 points? Well, like I said earlier, the defense took care of that. First, the defense took care of, the job of keeping them out of the end zone. Limited them to 2 field goals. And later in the game, got a big pick by Devin McCourty. 85-yard pick, just gone. And pretty much like our first pick six. And I can't even remember the last time we scored on a defensive play. It has been a while. I would even go back as far as saying maybe the 2016 season. Possibly. No, can't be that far back. It has. I don't know, but it has been a while since they've scored on the defensive play, let alone a pick six. So, I mean, but it was Derek Anderson who threw the ball. So, and they also make the D-line look a little bit good. Late in the game, got some extra hurries, got 2 sacks. So you got one from Claiborne, and then you have one from Van Noy. And actually some other potential pick sixes that could have been had earlier in the game. One dropped by Landon Roberts. That could have been a pick six right there. So it wasn't like they weren't giving us opportunities to make big plays on defense. But the defense held up. They kept them out of the end zone, which was important. I said before the game, I was like, as long as they keep them from scoring, like not field goals and nothing like that, I'm talking about scoring, like actually getting into the end zone, then you could consider that a victory for the past D. Considering the fact that people have just been ragging on them about how bad they are. Um, Still not looking good as far as defense goes. There was a couple holes in there, but for the most part, did what they were supposed to do against a team like this, against an offense like this, that is lacking, like seriously lacking. So, the Bills were only averaging about 11 points or 13 points coming into this game on offense. So, keeping them under that is pretty much a win. That's something that the defense could hold their hat on. Look, I had already went into the defense and just forgot about the offense just like that. I mean, they did not do a good job. I mean, they did what they could, certain plays, but they're seriously missing that running game. They're seriously missing Sony Michel, and I think the sooner they can get them back, the better. Because unless they're going to pick some running back up during this trade deadline, then I mean, they pretty much stuck with what they got until they get Sony Michel back, until they find some type of option to use as a running back. Because I know next week when the Patriots go against Green Bay, they're not going to be able to get away with that whole Patterson out the backfield stuff, White out the backfield, Barner out there. They didn't even rush Barner like that. So they're going to have to either get Sony Michel back or they have to get somebody else to tote that rock. Because running game is not there. Clearly not there. And I think that's another thing, once the running game shuts down, you go back to what we saw in the Detroit game and in the Jaguars game, when you go against some of these defenses out here who are, either average or above average, and you don't have a running game, you see what happens to your team. The offense stalls out. So I think they really do depend on that running game. They really do depend on that running game. Brady, no touchdowns, no picks, so that's a good thing. He didn't turn the ball over. Like 326 yards or something like that. He had over 300 yards, which is weird, having over 300 yards and still not throwing a touchdown. But, I mean, Pats fans, pretty happy with it. Patriots players, pretty happy with that. Fantasy owners, maybe not so much. I mean, the guy only scored like 13-something points. So, if you had Tom Brady, sorry about that. If you had James White, at least in the PPR league, you might be a little happy. But as far as anybody else on the Patriots, if you had them, it was not your best night. Just wasn't your best night. And if for you lucky fellow fantasy players who had the Patriots defense for some reason, myself included, then you got a little something. So a little fantasy there, snuck it in there a little bit. Special teams. Nothing really special to say about special teams. Nothing really bad to say about them. I mean, they didn't allow any big returns, and returns that looked like they were big were end up, getting called back. So, pretty much did what they had to do. So, grading time. Offense. Gotta give them a D. I mean, only thing keeping them from getting the F is the fact that they were able to get in the end zone once and didn't lose. So that's the only thing really keeping them from getting the F, but really just a D. I mean, there was a few missed throws. I mean, Brady was pretty good, but, a lot of people didn't get open. And I feel like against this team, just like, I know the Bills' defense is considered top 10, but against this team, you expect them to put up a little bit more points on the offensive side of the ball, considering what other teams have done, considering what a team like the Colts have done. Anyway, defense. I get the defense an A. Defense kept them out of the end zone, limited them to field goals, and didn't let them get above what we thought they were going to get above. So, kudos to the defense. And the pick six, excellent. Just what more can I say? I think this is probably their best game, of course. I mean, being that it is against the Bills, but it pretty much is their best game. So unless they can do it better than this, then yeah. Special teams, B. Yeah, just B. Just because I feel generous. I mean, they didn't give away the game. They didn't give away big chunks of yards on returns and stuff like that. They managed to put the ball in some good spots. I mean, not like great spots, but some good spots. So nothing to really say on them. They didn't really mess up like that. I mean, they just did what they had to do. So D for the offense, A for the defense, and pretty much B for the special teams. And y'all can average that up if y'all want to, because I don't even know what to do with that. D, A, B. Maybe it comes out as a C or something. I don't know. Yeah. If it does come out as a C, then pretty mediocre performance. But mediocre performance for a mediocre win, and yada yada yada. Patriots stomp ahead, yada. And anyway, that's about it. Next week is against the Packers. The Packers are going to be going to Gillette. So anybody lucky enough to go to that game, let me know in the comments how what your experience was. I'm actually going to be going to a Pats game after the Green Bay game once they go against the Titans in Nashville. So I'll be able to go to that. But if you are or you happen to be at that game, you can put it in the comments and just let me know what it was like or what I gotta expect. Being that this will be my first Patriots game that I'll be able to attend, because I can't attend a lot, being the fact that I'm in Tennessee and can't really see any like Patriots games like that, because they always playing at these different spots that are just too far away. But the lucky chances when they do come to Tennessee, which I've been waiting on for a while, take advantage of it. I mean, who's to say how long Brady will be playing? This might be his last trip to Tennessee. Who knows? I mean, like, they won't be able to go against the Titans for another 4 years, and I'll probably be back in New England. So you have to wait another 4 years, and then that's 8 years. And I do not expect Tom Brady to be around for another 8 years. If he is, that'll be amazing. Weird, but amazing. But I highly doubt that. Highly, highly, highly doubt 8 years. There we go, rambling. Anyway, that's another review from Good Game Reviews, and I'm out.